I tell you, I'm not playing around when it comes to my supplements for my very first loose skin removal. I am not playing around. I've lost 128 pounds from my highest weight, and I am gearing up for my very first loose skin removal, which is going to be an arm lift, a back lift, a lateral chest wall lift, along with lipo. And since these procedures really aren't talked a lot about in the social spaces, I wanted to share my entire journey with you guys. So in today's video, let's do a supplement haul, and I'm going to show you all of the vitamins, the supplements, the powders, the pills, everything that I'm going to be taking pre-surgery, during surgery, and post-op to make sure my body stays nice and healthy. But before we get into today's video, if you've never seen my face before, hey girl, hey, my name is Janee, and I make a lot of content focused on fitness, wellness, and self-development, and helping you and I live our best healthy and active lives. So if that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I post a lot of different content over there. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what vitamins, supplements, pills, powders did you take when you were going about your plastic, cosmetic, loose skin removal journey. So we are less than 2 weeks away from my procedure, and I've done quite a few videos already. I do have a plastics loose skin removal playlist where all of the videos will live. So make sure you check out that playlist. It will be linked in the cards above. But this is my third haul for you guys. I've done an Amazon haul, I've done a Faja haul, and now we're doing the supplement haul. And this should be actually the last haul because these are the last items that I need for my procedure. Majority of this stuff I got either off of Amazon, at my local store, or I just bought it directly from the website. Some of the stuff I also have discount codes, so I will leave everything in the description box below for y'all. Now, of course, when it comes to vitamins, supplements, anything you're taking for your internal health, this is not medical advice. I'm just sharing with you guys what it is that I'm taking and the research that I came across. Okay, let's start with surgery specific vitamins, powders, supplements, all of that stuff. So I'm gonna be taking Arnica. Arnica is a very popular pill. It's actually a dissolvable pellet. It's supposed to help with healing, swelling, but specifically bruising. I'm actually gonna be taking this a couple of days before my procedure. Next up, we have bromelain, which is an enzyme derivative from pineapples. This is supposed to help with digestion, with healing, has anti-inflammatory properties. Last for the surgery specific stuff, which is probably the most important per my research. So I got two different flavors here. I have the fruit punch and the orange. Now this stuff is expensive, but it is the number one thing that I kept coming across. A few of my friends also had their loose skin removed this year. Their doctors recommended it to them. This has a lot of amino acids. It's going to help with healing. And I'm also going to be taking these a couple of days before my actual surgery, and then I have to take them 2 to 3 times per day. And I'll be taking this for about a month. Now, since I talked about bromelain and the digestive health, let's move on to your gut health and your bowel movements. They give you a ton of pain medicine for these procedures, and that tends to make people constipated. Now, with weight loss surgery and getting this GLP-1 out of my system, I still deal with constipation. So a stool softener is going to be crucial to this part of the journey, as well as ensuring that I get enough fiber in my system. So I am going to be taking a fiber supplement. There are so many different types of fiber supplements out there. I really like Benefiber. It's gentle to my stomach and it actually works. Now that I'm less than 2 weeks out from my procedure, I actually started taking these two already just to make sure that I'm staying on top of my flow. Another thing that I'm going to be taking is just a women's probiotic. They also give you antibiotics. So I want to make sure that, everything as far as womanly stuff is concerned is good. So I'm going to be taking a women's daily probiotic. Now, of course, I am traveling and I want to travel light and not so bulky. So I'm not going to be taking these huge containers with me. So I do have a lot of to-go packets for when I'm traveling. I'm going to be out in California for a week. So I want to make sure I have enough. So for Benefiber, I just have the regular to-go prebiotic supplement. And then I also have the dual one, which is a prebiotic and a probiotic. This also has L.E.A.N in it, which will help me get restful sleep. Now let's move on to my normal vitamins. Now, I am a bariatric patient. I had the gastric sleeve or weight loss surgery 2 years ago. So I take bariatric specific vitamins. So all of my vitamins come from Berry Melts. I've been using them for the last 2 years. So I'm going to be taking my calcium. I'm also going to be taking my once daily multivitamin, and this has 45 milligrams of iron in it. I'm also going to be taking my D3K2. And then because of the surgery, I want to make sure that I'm getting extra iron into my system. So I'm taking their iron with vitamin C. So in total, I'm getting about 100 milligrams of iron in per day. And for Berry Melts, I do have a 20% off discount code for y'all. It's just my name, 20, Janee 20. My vitamins are part of my normal routine. However, the iron with vitamin C is a newer thing just because I don't need that much iron in my system. I'm actually, per my labs, elevated in my iron. So I don't even need to take my once daily multivitamin with iron. They also have just a regular multivitamin without iron, and that's what I tend to take. I only tend to take the ones with iron on cycle week. But again, because of the surgery, I want to make sure that I'm having a good amount of iron in my system because of blood loss that's going to happen with surgery. But when you up your iron, you again tend to get constipated. So not only are you upping your iron, but you also have the pain medicine, and they both can make you constipated, which brings us back to our Benefiber and our fiber supplements, and then our stool softener. So like I said, I already started utilizing both of these for the last couple of weeks because I started these about a month pre-op. So moving on to our micronutrients, I'm also taking some greens powder. I like to make sure I'm getting my micronutrients and minerals through my food, eating my fruits and vegetables. But post-op, I don't know how things are going to be. A couple of my friends told me that they were very nauseous, that their hunger wasn't the same after surgery. It took about a week or two to stabilize. And so knowing that and just wanting to be prepared for it, I got a green supplement. Now, I already take this supplement here and there throughout the week because I'm not as consistent with my fruit and vegetable serving intake as I should be. So these help just fill in the gap when I need them. These come from Clean Simple Eats. This is my favorite flavor, the sweet lemon. But like I said, I do want to travel light, so I did get their on the go variety box. Now moving on to hair, skin, and nail properties, emphasizing the skin and the healing of the skin because it's getting cut open. I'm going to be getting some of my protein from collagen sources. So I'm going to be taking again some to-go packets of bone broth. I got these from Costco. So this has collagen in it, protein, and it's also very soothing to the stomach just in case I am nauseous. Not only that, I'm also going to be taking collagen peptides. Again, another goodie from Clean Simple Eats. Again, I like to have variety, so I have 2 boxes of the to-go packets. The vanilla cream one is my favorite one, and I tend to throw into my coffee. But they do also have different types of mixed flavors. Now, let's chat about hydration. Not only am I going to be staying hydrated, I'm going to be taking electrolytes. As I'm an active person, electrolytes are just a part of my daily routine anyway. To stay hydrated, it's not enough just to drink water. And it's also not enough to sprinkle some salt into your water. The main electrolytes are your sodium, magnesium, and potassium. So I have my electrolyte mix here from Clean Simple Eats. This is my favorite flavor, the lemon lime. And again, traveling lightly, so I have the to-go box. Now, right now, I am pre-op, so I am actually limiting my sodium intake. So at the moment, I am just focusing on drinking my water, and hopefully that will keep me hydrated for the next 2 weeks. Sodium tends to make you puffy and inflame you. Sodium tends to hold on to water weight, and so I want to make sure that I am decreasing my sodium intake as much as possible before my surgery. And the same thing is going to reign true post-op. So my sodium intake right now is getting lower and lower as the days lead up to my surgery, which is why I'm not taking my electrolytes powder right now because I'm focused on my diet as well. And just making sure that my sodium intake is low in my diet. But post-op, I'm really going to be on an anti-inflammatory low sodium sodium type of diet. That way I do have room for my electrolytes to keep me hydrated. Last thing that I'm gonna be intaking is protein, of course. Staying on top of your protein intake is extremely important when you're undergoing loose skin removal. I already have a high protein and a high fiber diet, but I'm making sure it is extremely high leading up to my surgery and post-op. So on average, I get about anywhere between 120, 130 grams of protein per day. But for about a month leading up to my surgery, I've been getting 150 to 160 grams of protein. On top of that, I do weight train a lot. I do run a lot. So I just want to make sure I am holding on to the muscle mass that I have. Because post-op, I'm not going to be able to work out for a month, and I'm already a bariatric patient. We tend to lose our muscle mass pretty quickly. Even though I really don't have too many issues with that, I get DEXA scans done once a month. So I have been holding on to my lean mass really well. And I think it's because of how consistent I am with my weight training and my protein intake. So I have a couple of different flavors of Clean Simple Eats that I'm going to be taking with me. I am going to take one big bag with me. This is my favorite flavor, the coconut cream. I also like to mix things up, and sometimes I get tired of the milky based protein shake. So I am bringing my clear one, which I can just throw into some water, again, focusing on my hydration. Then I have a couple of flavors of their to-go boxes. This one is vanilla. I can mix that with anything. My caramel, I like to throw in with my coffee, and then some strawberry cheesecake for fun. Don't feel like you have to run out and get all of these different protein powders. I work with Clean Simple Eats. I do have a discount code with them. It's just my name, Janee, for 10% off. So I take advantage of what I already have in my house and in my pantry. So you do the same as well. Circling back again to gut health and digestive health, I like Clean Simple Eats because it doesn't give me that uncomfortable, gassy, crampy feeling. I've been through a whole bunch of different types of protein powders. My digestion has changed after weight loss surgery, so this makes me less gassy, which is why I like them. So that is everything, you guys. I'm pretty sure I have everything I need. Let me know if you think I'm missing something in the comments below, or additional vitamins, supplements, things that you took for your procedure. I hope you found this helpful to you. Again, not medical advice, but just sharing some information, and everything will be linked in the description box below for y'all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. On TikTok, I'm always hosting lives and answering your questions in the moment. On Instagram, I'm super active in my stories. I do have a broadcast channel that end up knowing the tea first. And on Facebook, I do have a support group. So if you're looking for community or other women to follow along and support during your own journey, it will all be in the description box below for y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.